Alright, so I received a response from Wise Nubian. Now, ironically enough, if you guys saw the video on my page, that's not what he responded to. He responded to some random text that I did on my other account. And that's surprising. You guys excuse me, I'm really not feeling that well. Now here's the thing with this. I decided to go ahead and put it on my Liddell Washington account because of this. If he was to go ahead and put his stuff on that account, right? The community that I work with would get wind of him and just like bash him to death. It really is that bad. I mean, when it comes to that community, the gamer community, that's a man's channel, okay? Seriously, you have to be some seriously thick-skinned to deal with that channel. And while I believe that the guy is thick or not, my more concern is more with his lady, his queen, his wife, if it is. Basically, I'm worried about her, and I don't want someone to notice her in the corner and bring her up to the foreground, and then all of a sudden just start jumping on her. That's called looking out for others, basically, and most likely that'll happen. So, I mean, by all means, boo-boo, it's not that anything is wrong with you. No, by all means, nothing is wrong. You're gorgeous. The thing is, despite that, they can be fickle. So I just wanted to go ahead and make sure that you're protected as well. So, however, this page is more geared towards me just being a black man, not just being, Zephyrnix who, does what he does for a living. So, all right, let's go ahead and respond.
Okay, Mr. Zephyrnix.
All right, so apparently we run into our first problem, and that's mispronouncing of the name. So let's go ahead and help you out. Here we go. Right there. See it? Z-E-P-H-Y-R-N-I-X. The Z-E makes a Z sound, or the Z sound rather. Z-E, Z. P-H-Y-R. P-H makes the F sound, and Y-R finish it off. Ver. And N-I-X is N-I-X. Nix. Zephyrnix. There you go. That's kind of like third grade English right there, but okay.
Why Snoop is still talking crap again? Jeez, he never shut up. Every time I turn around, it's Honorable Wise Nubian, who is always causing problems. Man, first of all, Mr. Japanese animation lover, Mr. Missing Link when it comes to identity, how you gonna tell me I'm causing trouble when I'm up here trying to share culture and awareness of our people?
Okay. I'm going to help you out with that. Now, notice, you're talking about how are you causing trouble when you're just trying to bring awareness. Here's the problem with that right here. Two things. One, how you're causing problems. Did you notice what you said before?
Missing link when it comes to identity.
Yeah, the one with the whole missing link thing. That was causing problems, okay? That was causing problems. I know what you meant by that, but I'm going to let that go. Now, as for our culture, if you talk about our history, that's one thing. But when you're having our history affect our future and our present, that becomes a problem because you're not doing anything but holding us down. And that's exactly what you're doing.
How is it possible I'm so out of touch with reality when all I've done is come correct? Why is it that since you don't understand me or you can't relate to me, you quick to put me in the category of a derogatory scenario?
Now, see, here's a problem again. Never have I ever put you in a derogatory situation. Never have I ever put you there. I found you there. It seems that every time I turn around, there is a certain kind of person that always have to think they need to respond to you via a video just so you can understand where they're coming from, just so you can understand how annoyed they are at you. And it's always black women. Now, why is it that for someone who's coming correct and trying to, teach culture and whatnot, you have most of all the black women against you? Maybe you're not coming correct. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Probably need to go ahead and look into yourself.
What have you done for your people lately? What movement have you did? What organizations have you opened? What type of progress have you done for people of color? Oh, don't tell me. Nothing.
Now here's one of our other problems. He seems to want to pull the race card. Now have you guys noticed that there's a certain type of black person that always wants to pull the race card? But okay, what have I done to evolve my race? What have I done to make my race better? I'm going to tell you what I've done to make my race better. I've done one of the best things you can ever do, and that's be a good example. That's what I have done. You can't always hold that, if you're continuing to just drag the whole black, just trying to evolve your black race, then you're doing something wrong. See, in order to make the world race tolerant, you have to evolve everyone. That's obvious.
You have a job, you work, you go to school, you look at Japanese animation, you get into your computer thing, you're intellectually masturbating in the mind with other people about your philosophy and concepts. When it comes down to helping your people, identifying the problems in the community, dealing with people working collectively together to come up with solutions, trying to get this grudge off our back and the racial tension that's going on with other races toward us, identifying the problems and nipping them in the bud and making them recognize the truth.
Okay, I got a question for you. How exactly do you know what I have and have not done? Just because I don't announce it on my YouTube page, my business YouTube page, nevertheless, doesn't mean I don't do anything to help out, my fellow man, both human and black. But okay, let me put it this way, man. You're talking about how people perceive us. And let me tell you what I've done in just the last year. Now, I'm only going to use the last year because last year a lot of things have come out, a lot of things have evolved. I've been to Japan 3 times, brother. One time was for a quick school lesson. I had to go there and come back, and I was there and back before I even had to go to work. Now, aside from that, the second time I came there because they wanted me to do a voiceover for a Disney film that was coming out. Now, mind you that it was because I'm black. Now, the character wasn't even black, okay? If you notice with Disney films, they're lacking in the black department. However, here's the thing. How would it be that I'm looked at as some, past cotton picker if, in fact, they hand chose me to come back to Japan, pay my way, come back to Japan, and go ahead and record some lines, okay? Why would they choose an American who didn't at the time speak Japanese, all of a sudden go to the trouble of teaching him Japanese, teaching him his line, and then go ahead and let him do his line and pay me for it? That's 2. Third, they invited me back to go ahead and do a special screening, an opening screening for something that no one else has ever seen before, just so I can get the scoop since I'm a freelance journalist, excuse me. So if they was looking at me like I'm sort of derogatory creature, why would I get all that special treatment? Let's go ahead and do it a little more domestically. One of the biggest companies out there, the biggest and most baddest companies out there available today is Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony. Now, why is it that with all 3 companies, okay, 3 companies, not only do I get swag for free, I'm given things, they take my words into advisement, and that's how they see me. Now, if I was just some cotton-picking person, as, you're saying that, how they supposed to look down on us on, why would I get all that? Hell, they bought me a PlayStation 3 just the other day. Mind you, that PlayStation 3 is like $400, but they wind up going ahead and buying it for yours truly. Okay? So I got this huge $400 system for free. Okay? I'm just saying.
I'm responding to you because I was going through your videos and I was trying to figure out, was this some Caucasian guy or what? And I looked up and I found a video that actually showed you for who you were. So of course I'm going to respond to that because you're a person of color. If you was some redneck skin monkey, I wouldn't waste time. But you're a person of color talking this shit. So it affects me. I'm not here to start no dried out attacks on anyone. I'm here to encourage people of color to recognize who they are, to come up with solutions to their problem, to be better individuals and be stronger. How's that talking crap? How's that being wrong? How's that not helping people? I hope before you leave this planet, you recognize the oppression you have put on yourself subconsciously and consciously. And I hope, for the sake of the Most High, in my belief, that you find yourself before you have children and them offspring think like you. Because they'll be in a world of trouble.
Okay, see, here's where your ignorance jumps in. Okay, the only thing that you have to deal with when it comes to oppression is your lack of education. And judging from the way that you don't know that a PH makes an F sound, I'm going to guess that that's one of your problems. Understand something, my friend. I'm a very educated man. Okay, I will honestly say that. And not because I went to school, but because I sit down and I study all this in order to go ahead and become educated. All this video editing that you see in this particular video is because I taught it myself. And this is actually, what, a 30-minute, if that, project. Now, only reason why it's taken longer than that was because, 1, I fell asleep last night, and 2, was because I had to repeat this last particular part all over again because it took too long. That's 1. So if you want to really go ahead and change oppression for black people, quote unquote, then here's your thing. Let them know to go ahead and stay in school and get an education. That's the way that you stop oppression. Now, aside from that, Speaking of schooling, let me go ahead and school you, you greasy big lip motherfucker. If you ever bring my children into this again, okay? My daughter has nothing to do with this particular conversation, okay? At all. So let me go ahead and give you some advice, okay? Next time you're going to say something like this, I highly advise you to check yourself. Because if you don't know how to check yourself, I will check your dumb ass for you. Believe it.